know where there's some. Right here in the hall clerk.
No, Molly, not in there. I have
Okay, I have the cabinet all stripped, and with a couple of skin coats of shellac, just to hold it until it warms up enough to put a real coat of something on it. And I'm not great at wood, but I can tell this is mahogany on the front, and that mahogany panel wraps around to this side. The top, though, doesn't look like mahogany to me. It looks like walnut, with that wood across the top and down the opposite side. So I'm going to go with my instincts and say that's walnut. It's not mahogany. It could be something other than walnut as well, but the point is, I think that I can do either no or a light red stain on the front, and then do a darker stain on the top. Well, the other reason I put the shellac on is this banding in the finish. There's a band there and a band there. I can't sand it out. I tried. So I'm going to use a gel stain on top of the shellac and see if I can even that out a little bit more than it is. Otherwise, it's just going to have to suffer with itself. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. I found a nice matching color in a Tomahawk toner, spray toner. As you can see, I was going to try to save, remember I was going to try to save the original color for these louvers and could not. But I found a nice spray toner from Mohawk rather, that will pretty well match the color that was on there, which I liked a lot. Called Pine Tree or something like that. So anyway, when that comes in, I'll spray that on and see how it looks. But I like the color of the front a lot. I don't like the color of the top, but I'll darken that up. And then there'll be the perfect brown. This band around here will be perfect brown. The band around the inside of where the dial goes will be perfect brown, and the base down here will be perfect brown as well, as per usual. There are a couple of spots I had to fill. Right along here, the veneer was chipped away this way. Now that I look at it, I don't like the job I did, but I'm not going to go back. I'll use marking pens to hopefully, once I've got it stained, and it may stain up fine just the way it is. I'll use marking pens if it isn't to match that. So that's the update on the cabinet. The update on the chassis is both good and bad. Replacement caps came in, so it's all recapped and in some cases re-resisted inside. And I've been working on this pre-select, this selection button mechanism, which is upside down here. Ouch. This button is shortwave, broadcast, and then the presets, depending on which one of these you've picked. Lots of nasty, grody looking old trimmer caps, but to be frank, I don't care too much if this section works. It's a nice to have, but I'm not going to break my back. And that's a good thing, because this tuning coil right here, the one with the slug in it, has issues, and I'll show you. I was looking at this board with all the slugs, and I discovered that what appeared, I thought I had torn a wire accidentally, and then I realized that a whole bunch of them were torn up, and sure enough it was rodent trouble again. So I turned it over, and they'd done the bulk of the trouble from the bottom, And why that one tasted good and the one next to it did not is completely beyond me. So, more rodent things to look after, I guess. Or, like I said, I think I'll just ignore this slug and that button will be non-functional. But I have some work to do to get it wired back in. It's a pain in the neck because you can't really tell. The schematic suggests that some of the wires on that board go off board, but usually they don't. They go to a trimmer on the board, and anyway, it's been a hassle, but we'll persevere. See you next time. Stay safe.